welcome to Wild and Lovely Things. Today we are going to be working on a DIY dry erase calendar, message board, whatever you want to call it. I have this calendar I've been using for a couple years now, but it is a little, I dropped it, and so the frame is a little wonky, to me at least, I notice it. And plus I wanted to kind of make a bigger one because I normally put the dry erase wallpaper like underneath it or next to it, trying to make a whole thing. But I'm tired of wasting the dry erase paper because we move. So it's just easier to not stick it on a wall and then after throw it away. So we're gonna make a frame into a dry erase message center. So I'm going to use this frame I got from the thrift store and turn it into a command center. So we're going to get started on that now. First things first, you're going to need a frame. Now, depending on if you're making it from scratch with just the wallpaper, like just the dry erase wallpaper, that would probably be a whole lot easier than what I'm about to do. But you would get whatever size, style, color, whatever you want. This is the options I had because of what size my board was. So that's the first thing you're going to need. And depending on the size you get, will depend on the wallpaper you get. Now I've had this for years, so I wasn't gonna buy a new one just to, figure out how it would fit in here. I got this on Amazon quite a while ago, but you would get the, I guess, appropriate size that you would need because you don't really want seams because they tend to get dirty and blah blah blah. So you probably want to get the size or at least the length according to your frame on the inside. So that would be at least the size of in here and not on the outside, because the outside is what's going to be seen, but you still need a little bit so it doesn't fall through the front of it. Now as for me, I'm starting this project with a calendar already made, so I just need to take off the frame off of this. I do have some of this foam board to wrap the wallpaper on so that it has its own surface to attach to. And then depending on how thick the foam board and everything is, this is the cardboard that it came with. It should fit because it is quite deep before the pins. So let's get started. Figure out what direction it's gonna go in, or at least what side. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want the calendar on this side because it has the, where is it, months and day there, and then notes. I figure I could put more notes on the right side of the frame over here, and then I have like another something here. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I have some type of trim that goes around, maybe even go all the way down. So since we have that, I guess let's measure how much of this on the side will do, and then I'm going to do another piece that goes from the edge of here to there. see if this fits. It goes on this side. That actually is pretty good. Prettier side. Eek. It does. So it's the next day. I went to the store. I got a few things that I forgot that I needed to fully complete. Obviously, it's like the very last steps of these things that I got. But the most important thing is the mat board that is going to go on the foam board to cover up all the wrinkles. And I wanted to get magnetic tape to go on the very top or on the side of the frame for all of my dry erase markers. So I cut these out. So now I just need to cut the mat board. So next I'm going to put the wallpaper, dry erase wallpaper, on here. Measured out this way. It's not perfect, so I know I can still cut a little bit off. And luckily it has these lines on the back, so at least I know that it'll be a straight line, at least on two sides. And then I'm gonna cut it down widthwise so it'll fit that way. This on. Let's see what happens. Looks like it fits. These little tabs. I really do. I'm just gonna put down a few so I can make sure that it actually here is the test. Hoping that it doesn't just all fall out. You'll see it before I do, so. It didn't fall. But I can see that isn't quite flush. But I think with the trim, it might not actually be too bad. Set. Now it just needs a little something. I'm not sure, I feel like it's kind of thick, how that would look. Not sure if you can see what I mean by thickness. Like it covers up enough of the seam. I don't know if it's taking up too much space here, because it would go like this. I would obviously cut right there. I guess I'll cut it and see what it looks like. So I got my handy dandy miter shears. I believe it is done. I think it looks good. This is the smallest I found, and it's still a tad big, but it should be fine. All right, let's test it out. No. What's the purpose of this being magnet if it's not gonna actually magnetize anything? I mean, it is gonna be on top, so. I guess it's a tad bit magnetized. Not perfect. All right, so this is where we're thinking of putting it. Oh, this is where our little command center will be. Our laundry room is right here. So this is also laundry stuff in here, which this will stay up. I have no idea how to make it look pretty, so it does what it does. But for now, I think I'm gonna have it just sitting there. Otherwise, I was thinking of putting it like that. We'll see, maybe centered would look better. See, for now it'll stay right here. And let's go check with our markers. Thinking just putting the eraser. Olive is the marker. August. Awesome. Hope you enjoyed following along with me on my DIY dry erase board, my little command center that I wanted to create out of an existing calendar that I already had. So I will check you in the next one. We'll see you soon.